I don't think a mask is going to help out with this plague. Hello everybody, it's Scott here and we are playing through Howl. It's available on iOS and Android and I'm currently playing through on my iPhone 13 Pro. And this is one of our sponsored posts. We do these from time to time and we like to let you know at the top of the video. Now this is a turn-based tactical folktale set in medieval times. Basically, to give you some context, what is happening is there is this sinister howling plague that is ravaging the land. The way that it spreads is that anybody who happens to hear the howl of the beast, they will turn into one of those feral beasts. So it can spread exponentially. You want to make sure you avoid hearing this howl lest you get turned into one of these horrible wolf-like creatures. But our protagonist, here's the rub, she was born deaf. So she is unable to hear the howl. She is immune to the howl, and thus she is going about looking for the cure. She is trying to find her friends. She is trying to save survivors. She is trying to survive in this crazy world. And the way she does it is by utilizing her special powers, by utilizing her crossbow, and by going through all these different villages and wiping out all of the baddies and saving all of the goodies. Now I'm just going to jump into one of these levels that I've already done before and show you exactly how we control this game. So as I say, it is turn-based. We have 4 turns available. You do get more turns the more you progress within the game, but at this moment in time, I have 4 turns that I can utilize. We can spend these by moving across the tiles one by one, sure thing, or we have different attacks that we can use. If we click on the deck of cards that are above our character right now, actually I'm just going to move down a little bit because we've got the text there. If you see these deck of cards, the one on the left, the arrow, will fire a crossbow bolt. The one in the middle is to push back any enemy that happens to be in front of us. And the one on the right that looks like an hourglass is the wait function. So we can use that in order to have enemies maybe line up, get in our way, all that type of stuff. We also have special abilities that we can only use and unlock on the 4th turn. So as you see, I've made 3 movements right here. The 4th turn has now become available, and that is the force push. When we are moving, the enemies will gain knowledge of our movement because they can smell us. The wind is moving in that direction. We are downwind and they catch our scent. As you saw right there, none of these wolves know we're here, but when I get here, uh-oh, this one's perked up its ears, and so has this one. So what I'm hoping is, as I move down, one of these wolves are going to move into place because they can only move horizontally until they reach an obstacle and then they are forced to move vertically. So as I move down to here, as you can see, and then move down once more, this one's perked up. It's going to move to the left. I move into this gap here, it's going to move down, but also this other one that's perked up is going to move up, which gives me the perfect chance to use my force push. And now I've mapped out the 4 moves I want to use. I'm going to click on the go wax button right there, and hopefully what that should do is everything comes into place. We utilize the force push, bam and bam, ricocheted off each other, and that's them gone. Now, the way we keep on progressing through, absolutely, we keep on playing through, we keep on going through, but what we want to do is collect different currencies. There are 2 different currencies that we can collect. One is confidence, and the other, if I move there, yes, and I'm hoping if I just maybe throw in another bolt. The other is skulls. And the way we collect skulls is by defeating enemies. They are literally the skulls of the fallen. So the more enemies we get rid of, the more skulls we'll get. But we also have confidence. And the way we collect confidence is, as you can see on the top left, we have this blue banner going down. We are currently on round 3 of 4. If we manage to complete the entire level within 4 rounds, within the allocated 4 rounds, or in certain games, in certain levels rather, it's 6 or it's 5 or it's 2. If we manage to do it within that allotted time, we will gain the full quota of 3 confidence points, and we will lose 1 confidence point for every round over that. So if I was to go into 5, I'd lose 1. If I was to go 6 rounds, I'd lose another. But we managed to do it 4 within 4. That means I get all 3 confidence points. Beautiful. I also destroyed all 4 of the creatures. That means I get 4 skulls. Now, you can get both allocated full quota, absolutely fantastic. You've done great in one go. But in certain levels, you have to keep coming back because you gain extra abilities as you go through. You gain more skills, you gain all the different upgrades, so you have to return in order to do it. Maybe in one round, you'll be able to get all of the baddies dispatched, but in another, you'll be able to get all of the confidence points. So it's all about that balance. I'm just going to tip on upgrades here, and you can see I've got 10 confidence points. I've already upgraded my force, which I'm really grateful for. It really helps out. If I was to get 2 more confidence points, then it would deal 3 damage to the nearest target and within 3 tiles, so it's really upgrading here. But I'm going to unlock this extra slot and then also unlock that extra slot. Boom. I managed to get an achievement there. Thank you very much. That is 6 slots. What I'm hoping is now that means I get a lot of extra movement, and that lot of extra movement is going to really help out. So let's jump into a brand new level and see how it goes. Prediction assistance. Hover over enemies, objects, and UI elements to read their tooltips. And that is very helpful because if you click, if I just go back here, if I just hover over these different enemies, as you can see here, it says this one can move 3, this one can also move 3. This is the flag that we want to aim for, and that can move 2 as well. It can actually turn enemies. So we want to make sure we can dispatch as best we can. Now I've unlocked those extra slots. It means I've got 2 extra movements, which is going to help out so much. So if I move forward 1 and then 2 and then 3, oh, everybody's on board now. Everybody's getting a little sniff of me. So if I fire downwards with my arrow, and it's best to keep an eye on how many arrows you have, because you can see on the left, we only have 3. We're only carrying 3 bolts, so let's make sure we use them correctly. So I'm thinking move one down, move one down. By this point, both of them will have been up. Oh, but you know what's a real shame is that I don't have that force. So instead, what I might do is just fire off 2 more arrows. 1 and a 2 to the right. You could, of course, you can choose which direction you want to fire them in, and then press play. And let's see how this plays out. I'm firing 1 down. Oh, that was a good leap. I took a good bit of damage there. Ouch. And it wiped out my attack stratagem. So what I'm thinking is instead, I'm going to fire down. Yeah, I'm going to fire down to you, and then I'm going to fire a... Ooh. If I move 1 across, and then use... Yes, then use my remaining arrows, and I may even just throw a force push in there, just for good measure, and then see if I can move as close to the end as possible. Let's see how that goes. Bam! That's 1 gone. Move across 1. Both are up. Oh, I thought it was going to be a leap. Fire. They're going to move across 1. And it was an attack! And that's me gone. Ouch. Okay, so now we know how that played out. Now we saw what was going wrong. Let's try and do that again. Okay, so if I move across, they're going to leap up. So I'm thinking I have to go round. But, ooh, they could come and get me. They could come and get me. So instead, I'm going to do this. Let's play this out and see how this goes. They may want to move up 1, which they did. And now they're going to do a leaping jump. I think I have to sacrifice 1 health for this. I really do. So instead, I'm going to restart, and I think I may just have to take the L and just get a hit right here. Boom. That's fine. And now let's do that again. So if I fire downwards, move across 1. So if I'm firing down, they're moving across. And then, do you know what? I'm not going to move. I'm going to stand still and let them come to me. So that dispatches of 1. They will move across and across. Then I'm waiting, and they'll move down and up. And then I can go and push, and then a force push, and then I'm going to use the rest to move. Okay, let's see how this goes. I am loving the illustration of this. I am loving the animation. This living ink art style, I absolutely love it. Because tactical games, we've all played tactical games before, but this setting, this medieval setting, The music in the background, the narration over the top. I have muted the narration now just so the voices don't get mixed up with mine, but it is wonderful. It is really immersive. It is really transportive. It really makes me want to feel for this character, really puts me in this world. There are 60 levels to play over 4 different chapters. It is a premium game, so once you have purchased the game, you have full access to the game. There are no in-app ads, no in-app purchases, and you get everything here. There are so many different upgrades, so many different abilities to learn, and so many different ways to play. I'm so glad I got through that. I thought that was a very good tactical decision on my behalf right there, and I managed to succeed. So they're going to move up 1. Now I'm thinking I may just have to wait in place. They're going to move up and left. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking I'm going to wait once more and then fire off to the right and then move ahead. Was that correct? Moves left. Oh, they move up. Okay, so they move up. That's good to know. They move up. So instead, now I'm going to restart. You do have the option, if you wish, to add assist mode. And assist mode will help with sort of predicting what they're going to do. It will actually show you what they're going to do. So if I move ahead and ahead once more, you can see the direction in which they're moving. So if I then wait there, now we know exactly where they're going to go. So that assist mode really can be helpful. And I'm thinking if I can push them, but why do I need to push them when I can just use an arrow? I'm just going to use an arrow. They're going to be dispatched. And I can't fire through the forest. So instead, I'll just move ahead again. Then they're going to come behind me. That's it. Wait. Fire. Dispatched. Move ahead, because we still want to keep on moving forward. Maybe I'll just focus on getting all of them, all of the skulls out of the way with. And then we can focus another time to get to the end as quickly as possible. Or actually, if I was to stand there and wait, if I was to stand here, rather. Oh, yes, I see. I'm going to move back 1, then I'm going to wait a turn, and then I'm going to use a push on them, and they're going to attack with... Oh, I see. So then I might do a push downwards. Let's see how that plays out. This assist mode really is assisting, because now I can see that 2 baddies are going to end up aligned with each other. I've managed to push them back. They've cleared the thorny briar for them to stand there. If I push both of them back, boom and boom, that's them gone. And we're going to the flag, and that is us out. Get in. That was absolutely beautiful. Managed to do it in 3 rounds. So we fulfilled the prophecy and then some. Got those skulls, got those confidence points. Absolutely fantastic. My friends, this has been a little look at Howl. Let us know down below, what do you think? Will you be giving this a go? Are you a fan of this art style? Are you a fan of this turn-based combat? What do you think of these mechanics? I personally am a very big fan. I think the story and the setting is really transportive, as I said before. I think it takes you to this place and you are really believing it. I really love the way that the wolves are drawn. I really love the artwork of the landscape. I really love this turn-based mechanic, and the fact that you really have to think. You really have to plan out your route. You really have to make sure you're doing the right thing, because, hey, you've seen how easy it is to get scuppered. But yes, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And for now, my friends, luck and more to you all, and catch you next time.